Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to make your own pair of Luffy shorts. And this is the last video you need to complete your entire Luffy outfit. You can find tutorials for the jacket, vest, and belt also on my channel. Out of all of the tutorials, I think this one is actually the easiest and you get a really good professional result. Also, there is no pattern needed and everything you need to know is all in one video. And if you'd rather just order these and have these show up at your house, that is an option too. Check out my website and you can easily find the shorts, jacket, vest, all that good stuff all on cosplayyunkie.com. So grab your sewing machine, grab your scissors and some jeans, and let's get started. This project only requires basic sewing tools like pins, a ruler, hand sewing needle, some jeans, scissors, sewing machine, Sherpa fabric, at least a 1/4 yard, but less if you can, and some thread. I say a 1/4 yard of Sherpa material because you only need one strip that is 3.5 inches wide cut on the fold. And just in case you're confused, here is that measurement of the 3.5 inch width. This project is so easy because you can basically use any pair of jeans and try them on beforehand to make sure you like the fit, especially in the waist. I recommend getting a relaxed fit jean with a straight leg, like no boot cut, no skinny jeans. It's gonna affect how it hits your thigh when we cut that inseam length. And before we get started, here's an example of what we're aiming for, just a clean cut with a nice trim. I think this look is a great and flattering translation from anime to real life. Now that we've gotten all the boring stuff out of the way and you can kind of see what we're going for, let's get started. Start by laying your jeans as flat as possible for the most accurate cut. We're starting this whole thing off by knocking off all the excess length that we don't need, essentially turning them into shorts. I have a pair of these shorts already done, so I'm using them as reference, but as you can see, I'm going about 1 inch longer than my reference pair. The pair I'm making is a 38 inch waist, but the one I already have done is a 32 inch waist. I changed the inseam based on the size. The larger sizes need a little bit longer so it hits the leg at the same spot. To really simplify this, you can just mark and cut and try on, and you can always cut more off if needed. Once you cut one pant leg though, you can just flip that leftover over and make a second cut. For sizing reference, here are my inseam measurements on the 38 inch waist. Now it's time to add the Sherpa trim. The Sherpa is wrong side facing up and partially underneath the cut that we just made. Then we're going to make one small little fold, so then we can fold it again, and then when we sew this down, this will be a finished edge on the outside. Make sure you secure this fold with pins. Then just do this all around the pant leg. When you get to the end and you are back where you started, you just need to lay the Sherpa out and make a cut so that it lines up perfect. You should have something that looks like this. Then just repeat the same exact process on the other pant leg. Now we can finally go to the sewing machine. You are going to want to use a straight stitch that is very long. I take off this little attachment so that the pant leg can form better on the sewing machine. Make sure you clean all the little fuzzies if needed all around your machine because this Sherpa loves to pick that stuff up. Then you're just sewing a straight stitch through everything you just pinned. Make sure you backstitch so it is secure. If you don't already have a denim needle in your sewing machine, I highly recommend switching it out for this project. When you reach that middle seam of the two Sherpa pieces connecting, you may have to lift your presser foot and push things back into place so it doesn't fold over and sew it incorrectly. In the texture of the Sherpa fabric, your seam will practically be hidden, and this will be pretty invisible. Then you can repeat on the other side. Once you have all the sewing done, you can now go back and trim the Sherpa on the wrong side of the jeans. This will not only look cleaner, but also be more comfortable when you're wearing them. At this point, your jeans should look something like this. For our final step, we just need to take care of that pesky side seam where the Sherpa connects, and this is where that hand sewing needle comes into play. There are a million ways to thread a needle. Do whatever way is comfortable for you and thread your needle. We're just going to use the thread to close the gap. Stick your needle through one side and then back through the other. This is kind of like a messy ladder stitch. You don't need to be as precise or as invisible because the thread just disappears into the Sherpa. Then when you feel it is secure and brought together enough, you can go ahead and cut your thread and tie. I like to do 4 knots, but tie a knot in whatever way you like. If you see extra fuzzies like I do here, now is a good time to go ahead and cut those and get things looking perfect. And that's it. You've reached the end of the tutorial. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down in the comments below and I'll do my best to reply back. If you found this tutorial helpful, consider hitting that subscribe button because I plan on making a lot more tutorials, patterns, and just more cosplay content in general. So have fun sailing the grand line and I'll catch you guys next time.